Question number 9. The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions are in the ratio 5n plus 4, 9n plus 6. This is very similar to the example question. So you have Sn of arithmetic progression 1, Sn of arithmetic progression 2. They are in the ratio 5n plus 4 divided by 9n plus 6. You need to find out the ratio of their 18th terms. So A18 of AP1, A18 of AP2, which is A plus 17D divided by A plus 17D. This is of AP1, this is of AP2. So how do you find out Sn? So what is your Sn? N by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 into D divided by n by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 into D equals 5n plus 4 divided by 9n plus 6. N by 2 goes up. Basically, the number of terms is the same. N the same da. A and D da, it could be equal or it could be different. Okay, because it is two different APs. They can be equal APs or they can be unequal APs. Okay, so this is what you have. You need A plus 17D. Yeah. So here you have 2A. So let's see what happens when you multiply this by 2 by 2. You have 2A plus 34D divided by 2A plus 34D. So if you need A plus 17D, it is equivalent to finding 2A plus 34D. Correct? In a numerator and denominator, I have just multiplied and divided by 2 by 2. So A plus 17D is also the same as 2A plus 34D. Veru minus into 2 mattum dhaan panirukku, right? So you need 34D. You have 2A here. In order to have 34 here, what should your n value be? 35. So taking n equals 35, you have 2A plus 35 minus 1 times D divided by 2A plus 35 minus 1 times D equals, substituting 35 to this n also. So you have 5 times 35 plus 4 divided by 9 times 35 plus 6. So what do you have? 2A plus 34D, 2A plus 34D. So now I'll take the 2 outside and I'll cancel both 2 in the numerator and the denominator. So I have A plus 17D. You understand what I'm doing? So I'm taking the 2 outside. 2 times A plus 17D divided by 2 times A plus 17D equals 5 5 25, 5 3 15 divided by 9 5 45, 4 9 3 27, 31 plus 6. So I cancel this 2 and 2. So I have A plus 17D by A plus 17D of AP1. This is what is needed. You just have to add that. 179 divided by 321. That's your final answer. Question number 10. If the sum of first P terms of an AP equals the sum of first Q terms, so SP equals SQ, then find the sum of first P plus Q terms. So this is your N. Okay, then what is this? So SP equals SQ. So what do you have? N by 2. Here N is P. P by 2 of 2A plus P minus 1 times D equals Q by 2 of 2A plus Q minus 1 times D. So what you actually need? S of P plus Q is nothing but N by 2 of 2A plus N minus 1 times D. So what are your unknowns? A and D are your unknowns. So you need to find what your A and D is. So I'm cancelling 2 and 2. So what am I left with? I'm going to multiply everything inside. So I have 2AP plus I have PD times P. So it's P square D minus I have minus D times P. So it's minus DP equals, similarly I have 2AQ plus QD times Q. So I have Q square D minus D times Q. I have minus DQ. 2AP minus 2AQ, I'm bringing this to this side, plus P square D minus DP minus Q square D minus DQ equals 0. A outside, A times 2P minus 2Q plus D times, what do I have? p square minus q square minus p minus q equals 0. When I try to take the 2 outside, what do I have? 2a times p minus q plus d times, what do you have here? P plus q times p minus q. This is this minus dp plus dq. So you have plus q. So I have of p minus q. What am I trying to do here? I remove the minus outside. I have it inside the bracket. I split p square minus q square. So what am I trying to do? I have a p minus q here. I have a p minus q here. I have a p minus q here. I'm going to remove all the p minus q outside and it will get cancelled because we have a 0 on the right hand side. Correct? So what do I have now? 2a plus d times. Basically, I'm dividing the whole equation by p minus q. So inge divide panna enna agum? This term goes off. I have 2a. Here if I divide by p minus q, I'll have d times p plus q minus 1 equals 0. So what do I have? I have d equals, I'm going to take this 2a to the other side. So it becomes minus 2a. Now I have d times some number. So when I bring it down, it becomes the denominator. So I have p plus q minus 1. So this is my d in terms of a. So let's see what happens when I substitute it in the equation. So I have s p plus q equals p plus q divided by 2 of 2a plus p plus q minus 1 times what is my d now? Minus 2a divided by p plus q minus 1. What do you see? P plus q minus 1 and p plus q minus 1 will get cancelled. What am I left with? S times p plus q equals p plus q divided by 2 of 2a plus times minus becomes minus. Minus 2a. 2a minus 2a, 0. So what is your answer? 0. Basically, or 0 step. Okay? You have to get the 0. What is given? Sum of p terms, sum of q terms, they are equal. So you are trying to equate them. Either you find what a and d values are. If not, you write one in terms of the other. So d in terms of a. Now I'm going to substitute it in the equation that I want. So s of p plus q in our own using the sum formula, I've written it out. Instead of d, I'm substituting it with what I found out. Then I do some calculation here. The numerator and the denominator gets cancelled. So in the sign la romba important. If you had gotten p plus q plus 1 na, it cancel aayirukadu. So there will be some silly mistake around here. So everything here is a little bit of thinking and idhula nariya mistakes panna mudiyum. So you should be very, very careful. Okay.